This video will close you 10 times more jobs and make you tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars if you follow the steps that I'm going to lay out for you within it. Now, 90% of people that click on this video will watch a few seconds in, maybe a few minutes, and they're going to bounce, and they're not going to be any better because of it. But if you're serious about your business's success, you're going to listen, and then you're going to implement what I'm about to tell you, because I could literally charge hundreds and hundreds of dollars for this information. It's literally going to help you close so many more jobs. This is my 10-10-10 rule, and it's something that I've been refining over the past few years because I was tired of customers ghosting me. I was tired of customers picking other companies over me, and I was tired of all the money that I was spending on marketing that was being wasted because I couldn't effectively close jobs. So if you can relate to any of that, you need to pay attention to this video. Now, before we get into it, I need you to know the importance of systems in your business and taking action based upon what drives results, okay? If I asked you, what is your current closing procedure, could you even answer it, okay? I want you guys to leave it in the comments. How do you currently close customers? And if it's like, I get the call, I drive out there, I meet with them, I close them, like that's cool. What we want to do is we want to dial in on what it is that we're doing. We want to dial in on what works, what doesn't work. We want to remove what doesn't, and we want to add more of what does, okay? So this is why having procedures, having them written out is another way that you can kind of level up and you can get a competitive advantage over your competition, because I'll guarantee you 99% of everybody out there is doing the exact same thing. They get a quote, maybe they go look at it, they send it over through text or they send it over through a CRM, and they don't think twice about it. We want to have specific actions that we take that are going to bring about the result that it is that we want. We don't want to just fly by the seat of our pants, because you cannot have true success in any facet of your business or your life unless you're taking specific action. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. The first 10 of the 10-10-10 rule is you want to talk to the customer within the first 10 minutes of being contacted, okay? A lot of guys, they'll miss phone calls. They won't call back. Maybe they call back an hour later, 2 hours later. A dead giveaway that you're not getting back to customers quick enough is if they're saying, hey, we already went with somebody else. That is a dead giveaway that you're too slow. The way that I combat this, and I answer every single call on the first ring and make sure that every single call is answered, is the virtual call team, okay? If you guys never heard of the virtual call team, I'll leave it down below. I never miss a single call. I also screen out all the solicitors, all the people that are calling me about my website or my Google reviews or my listing, whatever it is, I screen them all out. I don't want to talk to any of those people. The other thing that it does, it pulls the customer's most important data that I need for my CRM, which is QuoteIQ, and it allows me to enter that in very quickly. So that way I'm able to streamline entering customers into, QuoteIQ. Makes it easier, makes it faster, takes another hat off of me. I'm not the receptionist. I'm not the person entering the data. It does all those things for me. So when I get a customer that calls in, they're immediately answered, they're immediately screened. I know what services they want. I know where they live. I know everything. So from there, I'll then call them directly after. I'll say, hey, Miss Jones, this is Justin. I saw that you wanted to get a quote for a house wash. I just wanted to see if there was any specific trouble spots or if you just wanted a general cleaning. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm just making them feel heard. I mean, house wash is pretty straightforward. It's just a house wash, but maybe they have a spot in the back that they were worried about. Maybe, the last guy blew off the screens, whatever the case may be. This gives me a chance to kind of see where they're coming from and intercept any of those, bad things that happened previously. Once they're done telling me about that, I ask them, when would you like to get this done? Just to kind of see how urgent it is. A lot of people will say, within the next few weeks, which then I'll come in with, we're scheduled out about a week right now with other customers, which is social proofing. And then I want to make them aware of all the other services that we offer. So I'll just say, we also offer roof wash, driveway cleaning, gutter cleaning. Are you interested in any of those services and me including those in the quote? So that way I can upsell into anything else that they're interested in. And if they're like, no, not right now, I'll say, no big deal. I'll just tell you a little bit about our process with regards to house washes. We use a low pressure treatment that kills all the organic around your house to ensure that the cleaning lasts as long as possible. We also do a low pressure rinse to ensure that there's no damage to your property. So if everything sounds good, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put you together an estimate, take me about 5 minutes, and then I'll go ahead and get that sent over to you. And if it works, we can pick a day to get you on the schedule. So basically, I answer the call on the first ring, the customer is screened. I then give them a call to make them feel heard, to upsell them on all the other services that I can offer. And then I let them know that, we're going to give them quote pretty quickly here. So the first 10 is making contact. The second 10 is sending the quote. And you really shouldn't need 10 minutes for this because I use QuoteIQ. I can typically map out any property in under 5 minutes. Highly recommend if you guys aren't using QuoteIQ, check it out. It'll be linked down below. You can try any tier right now for free at myquoteiq.com. You can also schedule a demo if you're interested, but I'll measure the property using Map Measure Pro, and then it'll convert that measurement into a square footage price, which is how we do our quoting. And it makes it super simple, puts it in a beautiful estimate. I go ahead and send it over to the customer. And then once once I send it to them, I can actually see if they viewed it or not, which then kind of plays into some of the follow-up text that we're going to talk about next. So once we have our price, we can send that over to the customer. Now, I have a secret with regards to how I structured this text to make it even more worthwhile for the customer to kind of go ahead and bite on it. I talk about that a lot in our coaching group. I'm giving you guys a ton in this one, but if you're interested in more training and ongoing coaching, be sure to check it out. It'll be linked below. But with the quote, I'm just sending over the link to the estimate. Most people bite and want to schedule right then and there. However, if they do not, we get into the next 10. So the next 10 is going to be following up the price, suggesting a scheduled date. So let's say I send over this text, they viewed the estimate, no response. I'm then going to send over, would you like me to go ahead and put you down for Thursday? That would be our next available spot. Kind of assuming that the price is good and seeing if they'll bite on scheduling with us. Now, sometimes they'll come back with, we're taking a look, we're getting a few other quotes right now, whatever the case may be. My motto with regards to talking to any customer is close them as quickly as possible. So if somebody says, hey, we're just getting a couple extra quotes, I would just say, yeah, what price would you need to pull the trigger right now? So that way you don't have to deal with all these other contractors. And then sometimes they'll actually send me a price. Well, I was thinking $350 on it. And now I get to make the decision on whether or not I want to service them. And that is the key to the last of the 10 is 10 hours later. Let's say that they hadn't responded to my text about the scheduling. I just sent a follow-up text saying, hey, the price above didn't work for you. Please let me know what price we would need to be at in order to earn your business. So like I said, I never let a customer go. We paid for this customer with either time or energy in order to get in front of them, even if it was a referral. And this is kind of our last Hail Mary. This is our kind of last ditch effort to get them to say yes. Everything else that we did before this was to get them to say yes, right? We responded quick. We talked to them. We made them feel heard. We assumed closed with regards to the date. And all these things stacked together are going to close most people. However, some people, they just don't respond. So that's what I do. I say, what price will we need to be at in order to earn your business? Now, you might say, Justin, I'm not letting the customer dictate my price. That's perfectly fine if you want to lose out on leads. Now, if you haven't heard anything for 10 hours, you're most likely not getting that job anyway. So for me, I want to figure out what it is that went wrong within this whole interaction that's making it to where, we can't make a deal happen. And some of the times, this will actually bring people back. They'll come back with a price, and then it kind of flips the power dynamic. Let's say they come back with $350. Now I know where they need to be at in order for us to do the job. I can then make the decision. So a lot of the time, I was coming from a place of not being empowered. I was coming from a place of like, wow, I lost out on this customer. I don't do that anymore because I give them all the opportunities to either say yes to me or tell me why it is that they're not going with me. And when they tell me what price they need to be at in order for me to do the job for them, I'm then putting myself in a position where I get to make the decision on if I'm going to come down to that price or if we can't do it. Now, all that depends on how busy we are, how off their price is from mine. And if it's not that far off, then we'll just make a deal happen. Because like I said, we don't want to lose out on a lead. And a lot of times, some of these jobs that, let's say we made a deal on, other work will come from it. We'll pass out flyers in the neighborhood. We'll put out yard signs. Either we'll get posted in the Facebook group or they'll refer us to a neighbor. This is my closing strategy. If you guys made it this far in the video, comment down below close. I'll hashtag your rule. And if you got some good value out of it, comment down below value. Hit that thumbs up button for me. Subscribe for me. Like I said, I've been refining this strategy. If you implement this is going to give you a bunch of different ways to create competitive advantages for yourself over your competition. I want you to think about what I said though. Look at your business and look at where you need more systems and structures and different ways about going about doing things, because I can guarantee that you're missing out on a ton of money if you're not optimizing your business with some of these strategies and structures and trying different things. I played with a lot of different things before I came up with this. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, hustle hard, get that money, baby. Peace.